Law of attraction? Manifesting? Thoughts becoming things? How does it all really work? Welcome to Inner Warrior, where I help pop culture fans overcome life's obstacles and succeed in all aspects with tips and tools to unleash their inner warrior. What is the law of attraction? You attract what you focus your thoughts on. The things you attract are considered to be manifested into your life. Simply put, your thoughts turn into physical things in your life. Scarlet Witch thought about having children and bringing Vision back from the dead in WandaVision. Though not as instant as that, there is a lag time. A better example would be Bruce Wayne focusing on wanting to strike fear into the hearts of criminals, and then getting the idea of using the image of a bat after it crashes into his home, a sign Bruce took as coming from his father. Another example would be Tim Drake wanting to bring Nightwing back as Robin to help Batman since Batman was having a tough time after Jason Todd died. Tim's focus eventually did get Batman a Robin again, though he was the one to become that Robin. But why is that though? Why does what we focus on bring things into our life? There's the materialism reasons and then the idealism reasons. Both scientific perspectives, but differing on what reality really is. Let's start from the materialism point of view, the view that everything is made up of matter and is physical, and move from there. We all have a network of neurons located in the brainstem called the reticular activating system, or RAS, that filters our senses. It's like when Superman flies around and suddenly hears the signal device from Lois and comes rushing in. Superman hears everything in the world, but his reticular activating system instantly recognizes this signal among a sea of noise. It's the same as when you're in a crowd and you hear your name. Your RAS goes, that person may be talking to or about me. So this RAS also filters things to help you achieve what you focus on. It allows you to recognize opportunities, people, and places that will help you get what you focus on and what you believe. If you believe you're bad at math, your RAS will make sure it filters out all the potential answers and let you sit there feeling completely lost. If you believe you're a great speaker, then your RAS will make sure you don't hear the snarky comment the person in the back row made about your speech. So focusing causes your RAS to listen up, as does your subconscious mind. That part of your mind that keeps you breathing so you don't consciously have to do it. Your subconscious mind controls your blood flow, keeps your heart beating, and everything else you don't have to think about. The subconscious mind is that part of you that makes you bite your nails without realizing, or gets you through your car drive without remembering to drive at all, and controls your automatic responses. The subconscious mind is also in charge of the placebo effect. For a good example of what that is, take a look at the Toon Squad in the original Space Jam. The squad were all of a sudden doing great in a basketball game when they thought that the water Bugs Bunny was giving them was Michael's secret stuff that made him great at basketball. The placebo effect happens all the time in medicine trials where fake sugar pills actually can heal patients, sometimes even better than the medicine they are testing, and without the side effects, all because they believe it will help them. But how do we impress what we want into our subconscious so it can work with the RAS? By doing things like visualizing. When visualizing, you're basically using the reality stone, creating your ideal outcome so your subconscious mind goes, hey, this is really happening, and then works with your RAS to find the best path to make that outcome come true in the physical world. That's why there's always a lag. You need time for your RAS to find the best path towards what you want, and sometimes we let fear prevent us from following the opportunities that the RAS sets forth for us. We sometimes ignore that intuition because it's outside our comfort zone. Other times, our subconscious goals and beliefs compete with our conscious goals and beliefs, so the RAS can't help you. That's why it's important to really look at what you believe and try to create new beliefs. If you've enjoyed this video so far, please smash the like button and subscribe to this channel so I can continue providing great resources such as this. Now let's continue into idealism views, where matter depends upon the mind. How about the things that can't easily be explained, like when you think of someone and they suddenly reach out to you? Or you're late for a meeting, but it's been canceled. Or you think you're going to miss the train, but it was delayed just the right amount of time for you to make it on board. That can't be as easily explained, unless we look at the Matrix as described by Max Planck, the father of quantum physics, and expanded upon by Greg Braden in his book The Divine Matrix. This matrix connects everything and everyone. Remember that awesome scene from All-Star Superman where Lex finally gets to see the world as Superman does? He sees that the fundamental forces of the universe are yoked by consciousness, meaning there's a large conscious force that is behind everything and that everything and everyone is connected by that force. That's basically the matrix of Max Planck and the divine matrix of Gregg Braden. The Big Bang may have separated everything from a single point, but it's all still connected on a quantum energy level. If you want more information on this force, I definitely pick up a copy of the Divine Matrix, which you can get from the link in the description. It's about $10.53 for a paperback version and $25.70 for the hardcover version, so check out the link in the description today before the price changes. Continuing from the idea of a conscious force, there's another hypothesis on how we are all disassociated identities of this one consciousness. This hypothesis comes from Dr. Bernardo Kastrup, where he believes that we may all be different alternate personalities, or alters, of that one consciousness of the Matrix. Think of it like Crazy Jane from Doom Patrol. In that show, Crazy Jane has dissociative identity disorder, and in the underground, Crazy Jane's headspace, all the alters talk to one another. In our case, Kay Chalice, Crazy Jane's original self, would be the Matrix, and the underground would be the universe or Earth for us. We would all be the alters of Kay, and in the universe, we were all able to communicate and form relationships with one another. To think of it another way, let's look at Inception. In Inception, our dreams are made up of a whole cast of characters developed from our subconscious. In our case, it would be the Matrix that is dreaming, and we be the cast of characters. So by being an alter, we can also communicate to the main identity, with the main identity being the Matrix in this case. This is done by impressing the subconscious mind, which is closer to the collective unconscious, quote unquote, or the Matrix, than the conscious mind. Think of the subconscious as the porous membrane of a cell that, like the magic school bus, is able to diffuse through this bloodstream. Our desires and thoughts can diffuse through and seep into the Matrix. So again, this goes back to visualization, affirmations, and combining thought and feeling to enhance communication to the subconscious. Have you ever experienced the law of attraction in your life? Let me know in the comments below. Also, there are links in the description to the various movies, comics, and shows I mentioned, so you can purchase them and enjoy them if you haven't already. Make sure you take a look at them sooner rather than later to get their latest price, as their prices may change. Take a look at this playlist where I go over lessons we can learn from various superheroes. Or this playlist if you ever thought about making your own comic.